All right, boys and girls, we're back. Beautiful sunny day. Wow. It's just gorgeous blue sky. Light breeze, not too cold. Just a nice light jacket, hoodie. So the wind shouldn't be too much of a problem here for microphone wise. Starting this a little earlier than I normally do. I got off work a little early today, which is nice. It's always a plus when you get off work early, especially on a Friday. Yeah. Got my Duluth hat on. There's a lot of people out and about, which makes sense, being so nice. So we might not be alone on the old sidewalk. Normally we have the sidewalk to ourselves. I mean, pretty much every time. So yeah. How's everybody's day? Everybody had a good day? Is your day just starting? You just waking up? Just going to work? Just getting off work? Gotta give respect to those people who work night shift, man. Evenings and nights. Big respect. So I've been thinking too, sorry, there's an ambulance helicopter. Yeah. I've been thinking of purchasing an action cam, you know, like a GoPro style camera. I think that'd be a pretty good investment. They're not too expensive on Amazon. Depending on what, I mean, I don't have to get GoPro, the actual brand. If I get a knockoff brand or something, which is fine. But I've been thinking about doing that. There we go. Now we're good. I have to get my gloves on. These are my walking running gloves. They don't really offer protection against the cold at much of any level. I mean, it's just basic level. There's a car like driving really, really slow behind me. And that, children, is when you run away. Okay? Alright, so what do you guys want to talk about today? It might be a little longer video today too, because I have more available sunlight now due to getting off earlier. So I might walk a little longer, like a little further. But I'll show you what I see. Just blue sky, empty sidewalk, pretty cool. So, all right, let's look out for traffic. There's always going to be so much traffic. Busy stretch of road, so. Okay. I got somebody else on the sidewalk. I'm gonna let them get ahead of me so they don't look at me talking to my phone and think I'm weird. Okay. Alright, let's begin our walk here in a few seconds. Let this car go. You guys, an Audi. I gotta put my hood up. The wind is actually pretty cold, man. I know. I'm just being a little baby. Yeah. Now we good? Yo, that person has a freaking electric Hummer. I would never buy one of these. Even if I won the lottery and had like 100 million or whatever it was, I'd never buy one of those. Not that I'm against electric cars, but man, that's like the most pointless electric car. That's just like a flex car, that's all it is. I can get like 4 electric cars for the price of that thing. Alright guys, nobody behind me, we're good. So what should be your discussion today? Let's talk about, I was thinking of this today at work. It was slow today, so I had a little bit more time to think about daydreaming, you know, various random topics pop into my head. I don't know if you guys have that happen to you, but I was thinking about this. The technology leap that we've had, you know, in the world, in just in the last 20 years. Do you guys think that in 20 more years, the progress will have slowed down or sped up or just remained the same? Because there's some people out there who say we're approaching like a certain level of, like we're getting to a place where it's harder to push past, you know, to get these new technologies than it was back in the day when you're going from like biplane to like fighter jet. You know, that was easier in some aspects, according to some articles I read, than like what we're doing now. Like trying to miniaturize computers even more, trying to make like Neuralink chips in people's brains, trying to do, you know, like AI everything. I honestly think in 20 years, I think the world will be pretty similar to like what it is now in a lot of regards. Because there's still going to be, there has to be, there still has to be the base things that make humans the way they are. There's still going to be war. There's still going to be, you know, drug crisis. There's still going to be like famines. There's still going to, you know, I think that's still going to be a thing. But I think certain segments of the economy would be vastly different. And certain segments of your life might be vastly different in regards to maybe the way you learn things, or the way that kids learn things in school, or the way jobs are performed. Obviously, you know, it's pretty clear when you look at how AI has progressed, certain fields are in danger, according to, you know, some professionals, of being wiped out or being replaced. So 20 years is a long time too. It's a long time. Well, plus, we might not even be here. You know, let's be honest. NASA's probably knows that there's aliens or some asteroid coming at us. They're not going to tell us for the last second. We're all going to just be like holding hands and saying goodbye, I guess, at the same time. Maybe that was a little depressing, but who knows? I think though in 20 years though, the way that like space exploration is going, I think it's going to get way crazier. We're going to learn so much more. Just, you know, even like the new telescope they put up in space, you know, is way more advanced than the Hubble. And I think in 20 years they'll probably have another one that's like twice as advanced as this one. Or they'll have like rovers that are like basically AI like generated or AI controlled, to where you as the input user just tells the rover, hey, go investigate over here, and then like we're not going to contact you for 30 days. You know, find your own way to make it happen. And the AI will take over and hopefully make it happen. Investigate by itself and come to some conclusion about something. Also, the way automobiles have advanced. Some of these new ones coming out. I mean, I don't feel like 2015 was that long ago, for example. But when you look at a car from 2015, let's say you look at like a Toyota Camry from 2015 or a Honda Accord, and then you look at some of these cars coming out in 2025, so 10 years, from the same makers, and it's like, it's insane. Like, the technology is way different, the look is way different. A lot of times the drivetrain, like engine and stuff, that's pretty similar, unless cars are doing like hybrid or like electrify, batteries and stuff. But I don't know. I was watching a video of the Fisker, the little tiny Fisker. I forgot the name of it. It's like a little tiny Fisker, and like the tailgate or the liftgate in a typical SUV or like a crossover, it lifts up, right? When you go to put stuff in the liftgate. This one, it goes down, like into the body of the car. Just disappears. So it's like an opening. You don't have to worry about your liftgate opening up and hitting anything. It just goes down. I was thinking to myself, that's really cool, but also kind of dumb, because you can't get in your liftgate then if it's stuck like in the car, for example, or you'll have to drive with your liftgate open if it doesn't come back up. At least with like a normal liftgate that opens like a hinge, you can like strap it down. You can put like a bungee cord or something around it, and keep it relatively closed. I mean, if this one, if it malfunctions, it's going to be open the whole time, or it's going to be closed all the time, or whatever the case is. It's just weird. Electric cars, and this is my opinion, maybe nobody, thinks the same way I do. Electric cars have to become much more affordable for most Americans to accept them. First point. Second point, charging stations have to become much more prevalent in larger parts of the country, because if you go to areas where I live, for example, Upper Midwest, it's not like there's a charging station every gas station or every stop where there is in like a bigger city, for example. So that has to happen. And then 3, I think and this might be just a wish, but the charging speed has to get better. I can go right now to the gas station, put $20 in my car, or maybe whatever, 5-10 gallons, and it takes like 5 minutes, and I'm in and out and I'm done. A lot of cars, they have to stop for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the weather. If it gets really cold up here, so batteries don't like that. They don't charge as well. They're not as efficient when it's like -20. So it takes longer to charge. You lose your charge quicker. So I think a lot of things have to happen for EVs to be like way more widely accepted. Although, with that being said, there's a lot of EVs that are selling like hotcakes, man. Like Tesla sold a lot of cars. All these other new ones coming out from like Volkswagen has theirs. Ford has their Lightning truck, and those aren't selling though, by the way. We have a Ford dealership here in town that has a bunch of them. They're just not selling. But yeah, more affordable and better charging, and I think people would like them more. And I know they're doing, for example, they're doing better, or they're doing different battery technologies, where they're trying to make like a battery out of something other than like lithium, for example, and something, maybe they'll find like an element that's like better, or not even better charging, but an element that's more accessible, cheaper to get. Wait, because a lot of these rare earth minerals they're not easy to get. And I live in the U.S., so a lot of these countries that own these rare earth minerals, they're not friends of us. So got that going. But Ooh, my hands are getting cold. Gotta stay quiet there for a second. There's a lady running with her dog. I didn't want to spook the dog. So, just nod, give her a nod. But yeah, anyway. So that's a good little talk on technology there. What do you think what do you guys think of like the advancement in food? And maybe that's a weird thing to say or like a weird question, but I'll like, you know, a little context here. Do you think it'll be the same it is now, 20 years from now, where you can just go up to a McDonald's and get a Big Mac? Like it's just the same Big Mac? Or do you think there'll be a way to get that Big Mac flavor into like a different form? If that makes sense. I know like something that comes to mind is like food pills, like you see in anime and like movies and stuff, where like you get like the nutrient block. It's just this like just dark brown block, and you bite into it. It's whatever you program the machine to make it. It all looks the same, but it's like, okay, this one's like a steak, and then the next one's like Eggs Benedict or something. Do you think we'll get to that point? I hope not, actually. I really enjoy food. I enjoy cooking. And it'd really suck if we're all just boiled down to like the same dark brown block and it's just different flavors. Okay. Almost to the end of this sidewalk, and we'll turn around. And we'll do our same route. And then I have to go to the grocery store. And spend more money than I want to. Because everything's more expensive. And that, kids, is how life happens. Everything costs more the older you get. That's just how it is. Oh man, this is such a beautiful day though. I love it when it's like this, where it's like kind of crisp, but then it's like sunny. Like it's this nice blue sky, you don't have to worry about rain or snow or anything. The sidewalk's dry. It's supposed to be like 60 degrees this weekend up here. It's 60 up here. I mean, you're gonna have people in like tank tops rollerblading on the sidewalk, man. That's one thing I always want to learn how to do too, is rollerblading. Every time I watch someone rollerblade though, I'm always waiting for them to fall. Is that mean for me to say? Not that I want them to fall, but like I'm anticipating it's gonna happen because rollerblading looks really hard. But I guess the same could be said for ice skating. I've done that before. I fell, admittedly, but once you do it enough times, you kind of get used to like how it works, you know. So it's probably the same with rollerblading. I don't know. For some reason, I have it in my mind though, like rollerblading, falling like on concrete sidewalk would hurt more than ice. I don't know why. I think it's because like ice is smooth, so yeah, it'll hurt. Like the impact will hurt, but like not the scrape. Whereas like a sidewalk is rough, so like you're going quick and you fall, and you're not wearing like a knee pad or something, you know, you can scrape yourself pretty easily. Now we're going back into the wind. That's fun. So yeah, I'm gonna upgrade some of my stuff for this walk, get maybe a better camera. Still working out the mic thing. I think they're just bad quality. They're wireless, but I don't know how to explain it. It's like you can hear the voice, but it has like a metallic like note, like resonating. in the voice when you hear it back, like when you play it back. So I don't know if it's like just a terrible microphone. It probably was. It was like 26 bucks for 2 of them. So I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't know. It takes time to upgrade. Things cost money, you know, you gotta pick and choose your battles. So my phone works for now. I just bought this phone too, like a month ago. I think this is a Galaxy S23, maybe? I think that's what it is. I used to be an iPhone guy. And it's not because I didn't even buy into the ecosystem. That's the crazy thing. People ask me why. Like, do I have an Apple Watch? Do I have like a MacBook? Do I have, you know, AirPods? No, I didn't have any of that stuff. I just had the phone. And I even hated, like, I didn't even like Safari. Safari to me was junk. I actually downloaded Google Chrome onto my iPhone. I just felt like the inner workings of the iPhone were really polished, if that makes sense. Like, everything worked as you'd expect. I never really had any lag. I never had any screen issues. I never had any battery issues. It just worked. And I think that's the reason why I liked iPhones. Because I've tried like Android phones in the past, different makers like LG, Motorola. I had a Google Pixel, like the earlier ones. And all of them were nice in their own way, but they all had like glitchy issues that would happen. Like, I think my older Pixel would just like turn itself on and off again, like randomly. I don't know what that was about. And then I had issues with the screen on my old Motorola. Like the touch wasn't registering, the haptic or whatever it was. It'd take like 6 touches to make the screen realize what you were doing. So I just went to iPhone, and I had an iPhone 13 before I switched to this phone, and I was like, this phone is really good, but you know, I'll try maybe Android again, maybe see what Samsung has up its sleeve. But I think I'm gonna go back to iPhone maybe once like the 16 comes out, which probably wouldn't be much different than the 15, but whatever. Oh boy, for some reason I just feel winded today. I don't know what it is. Oh, if it's like this cold air. There's like a bunch of U-Hauls around here, man. Get a little bit break from the wind. Oh, sorry about that. I had to readjust you. I didn't mean to put you in the dark there. Play peekaboo with you. Okay, we're coming up here to this nice little intersection where there's not any yield signs or anything for anybody. So that's fun. We'll have to just make sure we watch what we're doing. So I like to talk about anything on this channel. I mean, mostly anything. I don't really want to talk about politics or anything like that, or religion or anything. I mean, I'll talk about like conspiracy theories or whatever about religion, like how the Vatican has files on aliens in there. I bet you. I know it. I feel it in my heart. But I'm not going to talk about like religions or politics, man. Like, people take that stuff way too personally. Like, it's very difficult to be friends with or view someone the same who takes things so personally that they can't disagree with you without, you know, freaking out at you or like threatening you or whatever the case is, like, you know, I value everybody's opinion. A lot of times it does not match mine, and that's okay. I'm not out here to change your mind about things. All I'm out here to do is talk. That's why I like to talk about cool things like Sasquatch, which is real, and aliens, which are real, and the Loch Ness, which I want to be real, but I'm sort of starting to lean against it a little bit. Just the evidence is just not there, man. Like, no one sees anything anymore. It's like, all I have is like one old photo or video from like 20 years ago, 50 years ago, or whatever. Like, that's not really... I need to see more, man. I'm starting to lose faith. I just want to have one really good picture of the Loch Ness Monster. Just one. And I gotta tell you guys something. If you guys care at all, even one little bit, please, for the love of all things, big and small, get a better camera or something, man. Like, I'm tired. It's 2024. I'm tired of watching grainy videos of supposed aliens or Bigfoot or some weird creature. Y'all look like you got a camcorder from 1991, man. Strap up with the gear. Come on, man. Get it together. We can't be filming on potatoes anymore. I ain't gonna cut it. You can go on Amazon right now and get a 4K camcorder for like $80. And I swear that'll be better than phones that are twice the price. Also, if you see something, don't look away. Don't turn the camera somewhere else. Just keep the camera on it, even if you're backing up, like even if you're walking away. If you're backing up slowly or something. Keep the camera on that. We want to see that thing. We don't want to see like the woods or looking around and seeing like your face like, ah, I'm running. Like, that ain't gonna do anything, man. You gotta point the camera at it. You know, the cameraman never dies. We know this. The cameraman lives. Be the cameraman. Be the cameraman we all know you can be. And that we all need you to be. And you will go down in legend. In human history, you will be a legendary if you capture something. Trust me. I mean, we got mainstream media talking about aliens now, man. They usually never do that. They call people conspiracy theorists. Now they got whole segments dedicated to if there's Area 51 aliens or the government's covering stuff up, or come on, man. We can do this. And no, before anybody says we're not doing the Naruto run against Area 51 again, we're not doing that. I think that was, I put that one on hold. Unless we got some real freaking people who can do like some shadow clone in real life or something that I'm not aware of. Let's not do that one again. Let's just observe. You take a step back and observe. Don't draw attention to yourself. You know, you see an alien walking around like the movie Signs, one of my favorite movies, by the way. Pretty cheesy, but I like it. You see this green alien just come out of the bush and look at you. Don't scream and run away. You're gonna alarm it. You stay quiet. Just monitor it, man. And if it's coming at you, keep looking at it till it gets you. Sorry. We need sacrifices. Dang it. I'm tired of this. I don't care if aliens run at me. Let it probe me. I don't care. Do whatever. I'm going to record you, upload you first, and then you can do what you want. Or if I see a Sasquatch. If I see a Sasquatch swinging some stick at a tree, I'm not going to run away. I'm going to pick up a stick and swing at a tree myself. I'm going to challenge it, say, hey, this is my territory. Who knows, man? Maybe Sasquatch, he's just a chill guy. Maybe he'll be like, oh, sorry, I didn't know you're here. You're camping. I'll leave you alone. And you invite him down to your campsite. You guys sit down, talk it out. And you come to find out Bigfoot doesn't like that nickname. Maybe he's self-conscious about his big feet. We're calling him Bigfoot, making fun of him now. No wonder he's not coming out. People say, well, we never seen him. Well, yeah, we're insulting him. I wouldn't want to come out too if people were making fun of me. I'd hide in the woods and people call me big feet. I'd be like, well, I'm not coming out then. Like, y'all are mean, you know. Let's not be mean to Sasquatch, our friends, our great hairy elders, the people before us. Okay, almost back home. And actually, thankfully, because my hands are freezing, dude. What's happening here? It's cold out. My nose is running. Hands are freezing. I hate it. I just want to be warm for once. The birds are chirping though. I always wonder, does birds even get cold? Like, how do they not get cold? I mean, they have feathers, obviously, but does that really protect them against wind and stuff? If that's true, then birds are cooler than I thought. And I already thought birds were pretty cool. Except for geese. We already had the discussion. I'm not so sure on geese yet. Haven't made up my mind. Alright, we are here. We get into the sun. The warmth of the sun. Alright guys. Thank you for walking with me again today. We'll keep on doing this. Like I said, it's fun. Peace out. Thank you.